You are shaking.
I know.
I feel your nervousness from here. Are you okay?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm perfect.
Mr. Benny, you are not the father.
Today on TJ's World Entertainment, we are diving into a very controversial subject. And this controversy centers around human beings. Welcome. My name is Jerry Krenzel. My friends call me Mr. Magic.
Hi, my name is Titi Jacobs. My friends call me Lady TJ. Welcome to TJ's World Entertainment.
Right. You see, we are talking about let me just read it out. It's something to do with molecules that contains the genetic codes that is unique to every individual. That's the DNA.
Yes.
It is the ultimate makeup of every human being. Absolutely. And no other human being is alike. Once it's done, it's done. But this time, what is causing the controversy is because for too long, people have been, how would I put it, giving other people's children.
Guys, take a minute of your time and fear some women. Fear some women. Look at this. DNA test revealed Kayode Olarinwaju is not the biological father of his 3 children with his wife. Do you guys know the story of this couple? This footballer is a great footballer. They say that the wife is allegedly in a relationship with a pastor. We don't know the story. Our popular celebrity pastor, Davido Bessie, all this Tobi.
I had 2 guys call in. They work at DNA testing centers. One guy had to quit. One guy still works there. He told me 40% of the children are not the man's child. 40%.
I can't put it any better.
Well, that's what they say. That's what they say. I still strongly believe that. Well, the argument is that should you do a DNA as a couple?
A lot of people are advocating for DNA tests should be done at birth.
I completely disagree. You know why? It will destabilize families. You don't need to tell your wife at the point of the birth of a child, a woman that just gave birth, that I am disputing.
But she was expectant of the baby for 9 months
you can't.
Should you even go into it at all? What would make you want to do a DNA over your children? You already have them. You're already living with them. They're already growing with you. Why would you want to have a DNA? That is the question.
Why wouldn't you want to have a DNA?
Well, why would you?
You see, I think one of the things we're missing, and one of the things governments all over the world are doing that is making people get away with this murder, is they have not inculcated into the health system this test whereby at inception, the moment you are brought out from your mother's womb, and your mother points out to Mr. X as being your father, they should do the DNA test straight away.
Yeah, but
and
it would
put
destroy.
it on
The
record.
thing is, it would. Number one, it would destroy a lot of relationships.
It won't destroy anything. It will give a lot of men peace of mind.
So I was reading that this young man slumped over and died right after reading the DNA results that the son that he's been taking care of for all this long does not belong to him. This was after he caught his wife cheating on him.
It will. Do you know how hurtful it is when you've raised a child for about 20 years only to discover that the child is not your own? The betrayal, the cheating, the hurt. We've heard of stories where men will go out of their way to kill the woman.
Yes, we know that. But the question I'm asking you is, you've just said it. If it's hurtful, yes, I agree with you. But you just said it that after you have raised the child for 20 years, do you understand what I'm saying? And then you discover that this child is not really yours. What is the next step? Do you then destroy your marriage? You destroy the relationship with your son, alleged bastard, or whatever you want to call him, or destroy your marriage that you've kept for so long?
What marriage? A marriage that is built on lies,
No.
cheating.
Do you know that some women don't even know? A woman might not even know that that child is not yours.
So this is the question. You are in a relationship with me, right? If you really want to have a child for me, 6 months before you and I decide we're going to have a child, you should only be sleeping with me and nobody else. Whereas you overlap, that's where the problem starts.
No, but
when
there
they
are some
overlap.
Mr. Magic. There are some relationships that will start within a month or two and the person gets pregnant. Maybe the person was in another relationship before that's broken and now meets this nice gentleman and then decides to have a relationship with them and then she gets pregnant. Okay. She might not realize that she was pregnant even before that relationship.
Okay, you see, what you and I are doing right now is making excuses for people who are doing silly things, right? So let's look at a few cases that's been happening, and high-profile cases that's been happening, and how it has torn not only families, it's torn communities apart.
Do you know this DNA thing? Yes, we're going to look at high cases, high-profile cases, but DNA tests asking families to go and start doing DNA tests, over their children and everything will destroy the whole institution of marriage.
No, I don't think so. I think it will streamline the whole institution of marriage. You see, there's this mantra that women always come out with every time. Oh, you men, you cheat, men cheat. But at the end of the day, men don't give other people's children to women. It is women who give other men's children to men.
There are different reasons. There are different. You're looking at it. You're being myopic in the way you're looking at it.
I'm a man.
Yes.
I know how hurtful it feels when I have raised a child. I trust you. I believe you. You see, there are millions of women out there, right? And I chose you to be the mother of my children. Yeah. Only for me to find out 20 years down the line that the woman I believe is sacrosanct, the woman I have given my everything and my all to, has given me a child that's not mine.
Okay, fine, fair enough. It's not a good thing. I'm not saying
sickening, isn't it?
But sometimes these DNAs that they do, especially in Nigeria.
Don't say Nigeria, especially in Africa.
In Africa, well, let's say in Africa, especially.
They manipulate it.
They're manipulated, and sometimes they're not right. You understand? Could be wrong.
Abby Prangs has just discovered that the DNA results that sent her racing halfway across the world are incorrect. They identified Edna Kaminiri as Abby's biological mother. But follow-up tests show that isn't true.
If you want every family to go and start doing DNA tests,
it's expensive.
It's bloody expensive.
No, it's not even brutally expensive.
Brutally expensive. So for instance, a policeman now
who earns 50K.
Who earns 50K or 70K as it might be. 250,000 to 270,000 is how much
that's for one child.
Person will use to do a DNA over one child. Do you understand?
And if you doubt the second child, additional 100.
So at the end of the day, most men will find it pointless because they cannot afford it. Do you understand?
But okay, now let's we are nitpicking here now by going down there. Like you and I, we do agree. Let's look at some of the high-profile cases that is happening.
Let's start with this footballer. I think there are about 2 or 3 footballers.
A few of them.
If this news is true, fear some women, oh. What? Just Lover said something like this. Just Lover said it. We don't believe. Because we couldn't expect that pastor, the way we see him, he's a billionaire, he has money. Why somebody's wife? Open all this celebrity where they go there, all these young girls, chicks, big chicks, our celebrity chicks. See them now.
The situation. Okay. Now let's look at this Nigerian footballer
Kayode.
Who used to Kayode that used to work, that used to play for Manchester.
He played for at times.
Look at how his marriage has broken down because of DNA results. You understand? According to the information we gathered, it's allegedly said that the 3 kids that he has came from
that pastor.
From Pastor Tobi. Pastor Tobi, the popular Pastor Tobi here
in the UK.
Here in the UK. That's what they're saying. You understand?
What I don't understand is this, right? This so-called man of God owes it not only to that family, he owes it to his own congregation,
to everyone, to actually come out and say
address
this is not true.
But I don't think he has.
Because it can't be, according to information, he can't be bothered about rumors. You understand? When you're talking about that,
you're destroying the life of 3 children and their parents.
It's still social media.
Yeah.
Social media destroys a lot of things. Let me give you an example. You know that popular singer Chinwe Owo?
Yeah.
You understand? This was how they kept on saying that the child was, that there's this new beautiful boy that she's just had, is Nathaniel Bass's child.
Another pastor.
Another pastor.
Why are these pastors entwining themselves in other people's marriages?
People are chasing clouds. People are just saying, people are very malicious, People can just come out and say
that's more reason why when these so-called pastors that are involved owe it to everybody to come out and say, look, this is the situation.
Yeah, but Nathaniel Bassett came out to say, listen, I have nothing to do with this woman and I will sue anybody.
Yeah, so go ahead and sue them.
Yes. But, and people are saying to Chinwe or Chinwe, go and get a DNA test so that what the social media, what they're saying, at least you can debunk what
the only thing I have come to realize is that the moment you put yourself out there, you are public property. Yes. And when you are public property, people will throw all kind of things at you.
Absolutely.
Now, the onus is on you at times to either completely ignore it, or whereas other people are involved and their names have surfaced during these alleged accusations,
yes,
then you need to do the right thing by going to do the DNA and publish the result.
I don't think...
Look at what happened to that guy in Ghana.
Odate Lampe. Yes, that happened to him too. But they did the DNA, it came out. The wife did not say no. They even went to court, they got divorced. You understand?
And at the end of the day, what happened?
The 3 children are suffering.
Now, what happened? He went ahead, got another woman pregnant.
Yes.
And had 2 kids.
Yeah, but
so which means
the woman, I think according to the information gathered, the woman said that he couldn't father the children.
Yeah, but
we are not sure whether the woman actually said that. Do you understand?
But now he's proving everybody wrong by having 2 other children.
How are you sure that these 2 other children?
They did the DNA of these 2 kids.
Okay, so they've done it. So obviously something went amiss there.
What I don't like, and then I keep on saying it, is as a man, the woman has a choice of walking away from that relationship. Don't give to another man's child. Because the end result, you cannot predict. People have been known to shoot
I've just explained
women.
to you now, and I'm not looking at it from a woman's perspective. I'm just being, open-minded to say that it's not in every situation. We know that some women are like that.
Look at that man. The man is about 58 or 60 something.
Franklin.
That's Franklin.
Franklin. After 53 years, he discovered that this woman wasn't his father. She used emotional blackmail and everything. But the fact still remained that was not... He did the DNA. He knew that this was not my father. And yet the mother was
still denying
it.
You see, it is situations like that men see, and they are so embittered. Now they believe that the woman actually came into that relationship, right, knowing fully well that man is not the father of the child.
Yeah, but it does happen. No.
Yeah, in this particular situation,
in the olden days, it used to happen.
Okay, now that you found out the boy has actually found a way. Mom, the man you gave me to is not my father. Why is she continuously denying it?
I don't know. I can't answer for her.
That's very vile.
Yes, I can't answer for her. But what I'm trying to say is that in the olden days, if you remember very well, if a man is not sterile enough to have children, he can always ask his brother. To step in. And so those
other women will possibly even advise you.
You to
why don't you
someone.
go?
You understand, and everything like that.
Look at man, of course. He is hot. He is handsome. And look at him. Look at his body.
Mona. Are you okay?
And so?
I don't think so.
See.
You're not okay.
No, listen to me.
I'm
your
still
friend.
Talking.
I am your friend. Nobody is going to know. By the time you do it, and anyhow it is, you have a child. That's it.
There is something wrong somewhere.
Everything like that. So it used to happen in the past. You understand?
Yeah, but
Excuse me.
now, with the advent of DNA, which is like you are looking through the glass to see what is happening, why would you then be so stupid as to go ahead and go and give a child that does not belong to Mr. X to him, knowing fully well that somewhere along the line, he might find out. You see, this is one thing about men that I know, because of course I'm a man, right? If a woman comes to me and tells me categorically, especially when I'm in love with a woman, and say, look, listen, I'm pregnant. The man who owns this pregnancy has denied it. I love you, and I know you love me. Are you prepared to take me and this child as your own?
That's not. Look, listen, 1 out of 10 men will agree to that.
Some men will agree.
Yes, 1 out
That
of
one
10.
down the line, you know you from inception, but not when you have come to me that you are holier than thou, you are Holy Mary, and I find out that all our relationship is built on lies.
But have you? Do you know that? Let me use Nigeria as an example.
Okay.
Like I said to you, some DNA tests are wrong. They're manipulated. Look at that woman that kept shouting.
There's one woman recently.
Yes.
Gbà fún mi, ìdání fún mi. I am recording this thing. Mo record this live. Mama record it. Because other people want to manipulate DNA. Irọ́ ni o. Láyé. Mama bí tí mo ti wá. Mo dẹ̀ mọ nǹkan tí mo ṣe. No. Dáyé. I need a baby say. I don't think manipulate the Bakole, no. Animal. You making you. Mi ò gbé ọmọ wá láti anywhere. Mo mọ̀ pé mi ò gbé ọmọ wá láti anywhere. And he wants to manipulate DNA.
When in France, isn't it?
Yes, and she kept saying, these children are yours. I don't know where you got this DNA test from. Help me, help me, I have 3 children for you.
And you say
two of them.
The first
one is not yours. The other 2 are yours. Where did I get this first one from? Why do you have to go through so much stress over this? I don't get it.
It comes down to trust.
Yes.
See, the thing is, in a relationship, people, husband and the wife, at one point, they will have a row.
That's when the issues will come out.
That's when things like that slip out, right? And some men, from inception, they have this doubt, but they will not, articulate that doubt until situations like they come up, and then they go do something about it.
I'm going to tell you a story. When I was growing up, on top of our house where I used to live in Festac, this man had 3 children, and the last one, when the baby came back from the hospital, the man clearly said, this child is not my own. There was so much hoo-ha about it. They're from Benin, and all those Benin people, they have this tradition that, if you have cheated on your husband,
let's go home,
let's go home and do all of those things. Eventually, the woman had to confess. The woman clearly said, look, this child that you are claiming is not yours. It's actually your real own child. The other 2 that you have been stressing yourself over, they're not yours. Do you get what I'm saying? This happened. I'm not telling a story. This happened when I was living, when I was young. You understand?
So how do we, in this day and age now, where, in as much as it is pretty expensive, right, there is always something to provide the truth. What do you think people should do?
I think people should not just do DNAs. Just take it in your stride. You don't need to do the DNA. If you love your wife, you understand, and you've been together for years, and you're already raising those children, don't go down that route of DNA. That is my own opinion. Don't go down that route of DNA, because it will destroy everything. You understand? It will destroy a lot of women that I don't know them, but I've heard a lot about some women when they get pregnant and maybe they're dating 2 men at the same time. They take their options to say, okay, this one, I have security here. This one is not.
So let me go for the one that is secure. The one. You now bruise his pride and his ego.
Well,
you are holding a tiger by the tail.
But it's okay for you to go out and and spread his wild oats and sleep with women and bring children home to say, this is my child, this is my child.
At least he's brought his child home.
Yes, that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
But at least that child is his. He's brought his child
home.
How
many of them bring the children home?
Well, some do. Some don't. Yes. But does that make it right for the woman to build a marriage on lies?
Listen, I am not saying that it is right. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it is right.
So if you're not saying it is right, why are you now bringing the man's
I'm just why would I not? Why would I not?
Really?
Yeah, I would. I would, because what is good for the geese is good for the gander. Anyway, so what we're saying is, yes, fine, is wrong, and we all know that it's wrong. But if you're already happy in your marriage, you already have your children, you're already bringing these children up, don't go down that route of DNAs. It does not
my advice to the man
is destroy your relationship, your marriage, your nuclear family. It will be destroyed because of nonsense.
Let me tell you the story. In the lion's kingdom, when a new male lion takes over the pride, you know what he does? He kills all the cubs that do not belong to him. So that is the makeup of man. You want your DNA, your seed, to continuously grow. Yeah. So when the woman now brings another man's child, it just kills you. It kills you on the inside. Okay. See, the world now wants you to suck it in. Accept that, okay, my wife has lied to me, my wife's cheated to me, my wife is giving me another person's child, I've been raising this child, therefore, because I have loved this child as my own, without DNA I wouldn't have known, you should just wholeheartedly love that child.
Yes, I will tell you why you should wholeheartedly love that child. Because when you go out there and misbehave and bring the woman home, the child home to your wife, and say, oh, this is my child, I want you to love that child wholeheartedly, most people will say, oh, don't take your child to that person, it's going to be wicked, it's going to be this. You expect the woman to accept that child. Now, you don't want to accept the woman's child. How is that fair?
Well, all I know is this. I don't know how I will take it.
Yes.
The reason why I don't know how I will take it is, I look at a child that does not belong to me somewhere along the line, no matter how much I must have cared about that child. Men have this thing where we visit onto the children, right? The kind of animosity we have against their mothers.
So why won't the woman have that kind of animosity towards you?
I don't.
A new child.
Titash. I
really need you people to like, share, and subscribe to this channel and make your comments, because I did not
make the rule. It's a paternal world.
Who says?
It's a paternal world we live in. We don't live in the maternal world. It's a paternal world.
No.
I didn't make the rules.
I agree with you. No.
Oh well.
No,
unfortunately,
if you're able to bring your child into my house, saying to me that another woman out there has had a child for you, and you want me to care and love that child the same way I love my children, then if you discover that this child that I have in the house is not yours, you should be able to love that child.
You have a choice. When I bring another woman's child into your home, you have a choice of walking out of marriage.
Okay.
So go ahead, walk out.
And then you have a choice of walking away if you feel that these children are not yours.
Fine. So eventually we agreed on something.
Yeah, but then it means that you have broken the relationship.
The relationship has been broken from the onset because the woman has lied.
Magic, if you are able to be adulterous and bring another woman home, you should accommodate this, and especially if the woman says, if she might not even know.
You see, Lady TJ is not telling me that what you say that two wrongs make a right.
It doesn't make a right. It doesn't make a right, but I need you to make your comments. You understand? Because he's a man, I'm a woman. I'm looking at it from a female's perspective. You understand that it's not always right. The DNAs might not be right sometimes. So you have to try and do it 2 or 3 times. Or take it somewhere else.
Whereas you've done it 2 or 3 times and the result is still the same.
You still forgive your wife.
Okay.
You still forgive your wife. That's what we're saying.
If we continue this discussion, we'll probably just go on and on, because I, as a man, I will never, ever agree to what you are putting out there.
Yeah, well, this is what I'm putting out. We need you to make your comments to say whether Lady TJ is right or he is wrong. Would you destroy your relationship and your marriage?
Easy.
Hit the notification bell.
Just do the comments.
Make your comments, man.
Because
and I know that you will support me.
Well, the only thing I know is that most times when we are outside looking in, we judge. But when we are actually standing in that shoe, where your wife now gives you another man's child, and 20 years down the line, you now find out.
It's not
that easy. It's not that easy. It's not easy.
But you cannot throw the dirty water with the child in it and throw everything away. You have to think about how long you've been together. To forgive is, how do you say it? Is divine. To err is human, to forgive is divine. And you cannot just say, throw away the 20 years just because, this child is not yours, but you have the audacity to bring a child into my home.
All right. We will not, you see, we are splitting hairs here.
Yes.
As long as we continue, we'll not get anywhere. But time is not our friend as well. So I hope you've really enjoyed this particular edition of the program.
Yes.
And we're looking forward to coming your way once again. My name is Jerry Krenzel, Mr. Magic.
My name is Titi Jacobs, Lady TJ. Don't do DNAs, my love.
And you'll be listening to
make comments.
TJ's World Entertainment.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You